A shit horror movie, which we watched for the podcast and we've spoken about, was The Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
Trash.
Absolute crap. The original.
Yes,
Apparently the
yes.
remake is really, really good and really intense.
It would... anything. But
Well,
that would be
when
better.
I think about it, was the house actually on the left? I thought it was on the right. Or is
No,
it like
was on
you
the
could...
left.
Was it?
Well, from where I'm standing in my mind in the movie, yes.
Okay. And
I don't know.
But it says that it's... But the house has nothing to do with it.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't...
And I was expecting there to be like somebody say, it's at the last house on the left.
Yeah.
Nothing. The only
Pointless.
reference we get to the house is her saying, I live right across the street.
I thought that it was going to be that... And this is kind of what's implied, that the parents are murderers and that these people who do the bad stuff, I don't want to spoil it too much, they come across like these horrible serial killers who happen to be the parents of the victim. Spoilers, I guess.
Fuck that movie.
It tells you in the blurb.
Yeah.
But they were just ordinary people who went mad because their kid got killed, as you fucking would. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, it's the last house on the left, which is completely irrelevant. Anyway.
No relevance whatsoever.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I couldn't handle
Creek.
watching when I was a kid, because Jeepers Creepers just fucked me up, and I shouldn't have been watching movies like that as a kid anyway.
Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Cooked as. Second movie, meh.
Yeah.
TV
not as
show,
good.
we didn't even finish.
No.
It just became like a crime show that happened
Yeah.
to have evil Crocodile Dundee in it,
Yep.
which is how the second movie is as well.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's one, it's very fucked up, but I had a chuckle at it. He kills a couple, and then they're a European couple in the second movie, and then he cuts the fella's dick off, and he's like, like, look at this fucking donkey
Oh my
cock.
God.
And I was just like, that's pretty good gallows humor. But the first movie doesn't have any of that.
No.
It's just, my favorite story about Wolf Creek is when John Jarrett, I think his name is who Jim Jarmusch, I think it's like that. That's the guy. That's the guy who made The Dead Don't Die. I think
Okay.
that's his name.
Okay.
I think it's something like that. But yeah, John Jarrett, who plays Mick.
Wolf Creek Man.
Yeah. Or maybe I'm getting that mixed up because Mick Dundee. I don't know. Whatever his name is in that movie.
Some Australian name.
Wolf Creek. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his name. He secretly went to a screening of it to see what like general audiences would think. Because the guy in real life is like he's in musicals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's not. Anyway, and he's sitting there watching it, and there's the scene where someone's being like cut up or whatever, and this woman in front of him turned back to like shy
Look
away
away,
from
yeah.
it, and she looked straight at him, and he did the laugh. He was like, how he does
That
the laugh,
poor woman.
and she just like fucking lost it. Excellent.
That is good. How long have we been going for?
Maybe 30, 40 minutes. Oh. 56 minutes.
Yeah, well, I think we'll start wrapping up.
Okay. All right.
Haven't really got much else.
No, I don't. All right. But yeah, Wolf Creek is good. There's probably so many other movies we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah. But we mentioned the main ones that we like the most, like Hereditary,
We did.
Midsommar.
Oh, we didn't talk about Jordan Peele's movies.
Yes.
Get Out. See, Get Out is one that straddles the horror thriller line.
Yes.
But Us, which I sort of liked. Scene to scene, I either did or didn't like it. Like some bits I did. I liked the comedy more than the horror in that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't his best.
Yeah, but Nope is my favorite
Excellent.
movie. Is my
Same.
favorite film of his.
Same.
I think that it was excellently done, and I love that it's equally as scary in the daytime as it is at night in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cameron,
wait to
if
see
you're
what he does.
listening
Yes,
to this,
Cameron.
rewatch the movie.
You son of a bitch.
It is good. We'll
You're
have to
wrong.
brainwash him.
Yeah. I think he just didn't like it because he's a racist.
You said that last time.
Did I?
Yeah. The Lighthouse? Was that horror?
I think so.
That's like horror thriller.
I don't know. But I was stoned out of my mind when we watched that.
True.
So the scene, I think I've talked about it before, but the bit where one of the
That's why it
characters
was so weird.
is
Like, it is
having
weird.
dirt shoveled on to them,
Yeah.
but they're still alive, was so uncomfortable for me because they have this monologue and there's like dirt going into their mouth, and I was like, just wipe the fucking dirt off your face. But
Very uncomfortable.
I would
movie.
say that's horror.
Yeah.
Same as The Witch.
Why
or
did we watch that stoned?
The Witch. Because The Lighthouse doesn't look like a horror movie. It just looks weird. And then you watch it and you're like,
What the fuck
I
is
don't
this?
want to be near bright lights.
No.
Yeah, no, The Witch. Those are Robert Eggers movies.
Yeah.
The Northman isn't really horror, but it's got some fucked up shit in it. That's another movie of his. See, it's like modern horror directors, I think,
Yeah.
have really got it figured out. There's some really good, like, foreign horror.
Yes.
Like a lot of Japanese horror films that just make Western horror look like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen too much of it.
No.
I don't think I've seen any. Like Veronica was Spanish. It's not coming to me now, but
But yeah, so from what we've said, you can probably gather the kind of horror movies that we like and what we don't like. Which is the
Paranormal
shit
ones. Like that we like.
Yeah.
It's your paranormal, like haunting style movies. Oh, The Exorcist. We watched that for the podcast. There's a new one coming out of that soon.
That wasn't scary.
I thought it had some scary bits in it. For me,
I can't
it was
remember what I said.
It was mostly like the concept of it and like,
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
yeah.
And yeah, possession, which is sometimes done crap.
Because it's so easy to do.
But
Because
we-
you just put some shit on somebody's face and have them go,
Speak in a different language, yeah.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah,
It's an actual
but
line
we
from The
really
Exorcist.
liked Hereditary and the way they did
Yeah.
that.
Well, see, that's another one where it's mostly like a haunting. Oh, Talk to Me. We were supposed to have watched it by now, but it's like $30 to rent. So maybe we'll watch it and do a little thing on it by the end of October.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's meant to be very good.
We couldn't watch it in cinemas.
No, because it didn't come out. It didn't have like a super widespread
To our
release.
small town. But we don't live in a small town.
Well, we do, but we're near
True.
a big
town.
a big town, a small city,
Yeah.
I think, or a lot. Doesn't matter. Fuck.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this episode was probably all over the place.
We are not done yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay. You said was, and I'm like, there's plenty of other places for us to go. But yeah, why don't we move on to
What we've been up to?
what we've been up to. And there you have it. Those are the horror movies that we like,
Yes.
or don't like,
Yes.
or don't remember, or didn't mention.
Yeah. We've seen a lot.
Yeah, we have.
Some stick in your mind, some don't.
And this is what we've been up to lately, the past 2 weeks. I'll go first, I suppose.
Yep.
I've been watching Fiona and Cake. I always get that name wrong for some reason. I'm like, Fina, because it's Adventure Time, so it's like Finn and Jake.
Yeah, and it's spelled with two N's, which I've
Yeah.
never seen Fiona spelled like that.
I think it's to differentiate it.
Yeah.
But also in this show you find out, because those characters were originally introduced as just like the gender bent versions, and they came from the Ice King. So it was like, oh, well, of course, he's just going to half change the name. But then you find out where they really came from, and it's still like, of course. Anyway, it's really good. Funnily enough, the most two recent episodes, because they release in 2-episode lots, were very horror themed. One was, they were both apocalypse worlds. Actually, I think like all of the episodes have been apocalypse worlds, other than after the first 3, 4, yeah, they've all been sort of like horrible apocalypse worlds in a way.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
I don't watch it, so
Yeah, but the two most recent ones, because like I would normally watch the episodes, make sure they were all good for our kids to watch, then they'd watch them with me.
yeah.
So they didn't watch the first one because it was mostly just existential dread. Then the second one was that, but it was covered up in like fantasy shenanigans. So they liked that. And then the third and fourth one were fine. And then the fifth and sixth ones were fine. But then the seventh and eighth ones were like pretty outright just violent horror. And then also existentialism, but not protected in any kind of way. Just like, whoops, everyone's dead. That kind of apocalypse. So it's been really good though. Very interesting. It's better than I ever expected it to be. And I think that's been the consensus a lot of the time. What else have I been doing? Been still doing my strength training. Focusing pretty purely on that. Gonna have a little bit of a break sort of thing when we go away for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I will save what we watch together
Yeah.
for after you've done yours. But I haven't really been doing too much other than that. Started reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, but it's just not for me. It's good. Like, I can absolutely recognize that it's good, but it's just, I'm just not really that into epic fantasy in written form.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've been doing anything else, actually.
No, I don't think so.
Other than just, like,
not much
general life
changes
stuff.
for us.
I feel like there's something... Oh, I finished Death's Door.
Yeah.
Fuck, that game's good. I'm so mad. I wish that it was, like, triple the length that it was.
Our kids wish that too.
Yeah, it was so fucking good. Like, I did pretty much everything. There were some things that you can do that I was like, oh, that's just tedious. But it was really good. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. The second we stop recording, I'm going to remember something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens every time.
Yeah. But what about you?
I'm still watching The Block and all its drama.
All the bitchiness.
That's like most of my free time.
Directed at the men and the women.
Yeah. Directed at one couple in general. But yeah, that takes up most of my free time, which is only a little bit at the end of the day, like we said. Other than that, I'm still growing a human, but I'm almost done. Growing the human.
Oh, you're just going to cancel. Going to cancel my subscription.
No, a bit late for that.
Yeah. It's like a loot crate, loot box thing, yeah.
That's literally the only thing I'm doing. In terms of other than normal stuff.
Well, you made tallow.
True,
that's like a different thing that you did.
True.
Yeah. Or have you finished, or is it?
Yeah, no, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know what tallow is, it's like natural moisturizer made from fat.
Well, you can use it for cooking too, but I use it for skincare.
Yeah.
Because I care about what I put on my skin and my family's skin.
Mm-hmm. That means pretend crunchy.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, I'm happy for you.
No, it is just really good for your skin.
No, I know. When the last time we had some that you made, it was like the best moisturizer ever. So thick and like you could really feel it for a long time. Unlike most moisturizers, which just soak in and then they're gone.
Yeah.
But the tallow would like stay. Like I would feel the
It's like a barrier as well.
Yeah, yeah. You can't use it as sunscreen though.
Yes, you can.
Can you?
It has SPF.
But isn't it like fat? So wouldn't it just cook you?
You would think so, but no, because coconut oil also has SPF. It's low,
That just doesn't.
but you can use it to make your own
That
sunscreen.
just doesn't make sense to me.
I know it shouldn't work, but it does.
Like, anyway,
Oil can have an SPF.
of what, like 1,
No, it's more than that.
like 5?
Coconut oil is about 5, yeah.
Oh,
But
so it might protect
mix
you
it-
in
No, I didn't
Germany.
say you use it on your own. I said
or
you
England.
didn't say you use it on its own. I said you use it in conjunction with other things as well as zinc powder
I don't think you said that.
to create sunscreen.
I don't think you said that. We definitely don't. We aren't recording this, so we can't go back.
Now people know how to make your own sunscreen. Yeah,
And you're reading a book,
sort of.
a large print book.
I like large print.
There's nothing wrong with it. It just made me laugh because you're like an old woman.
Well, it is easier to read.
That's fair.
Makes me feel like I'm reading it faster too. Yeah,
Because there's less words. There's less
on the
words
page.
on the
Yeah,
page.
whatever it takes. Doesn't take much to
Yeah.
trick me.
No, that's true. I have like 8 secret families.
Yeah, right. You wish. You could never, ever, ever keep that up.
It's hard enough remembering stuff about this family.
It is.
Let alone, I would just forget about my secret family.
Yeah.
And then there'd be not wanted, like missing
Yeah.
posters up for me. And but like me with like a
A wig.
a wig on or something like that. And we'd all be like, oh, look, Rob's got a doppelganger.
He's got lots of doppelgangers.
Yeah. It's like one in every major city in Australia.
Yeah.
I'm secretly a billionaire.
Well, we must be the favourite secret family then, because you spend the most time with us. Also, you're a billionaire. Where is that money?
It's spread across my 8 families. This is
Well, we ended up with nothing.
we're on the poorer end, and I have some rich families that I
Yeah, we
really
got the
take care
Pogo
of.
deal.
I
Damn
also
it.
have 8 different podcasts. All of them are unsuccessful, like this one. Yeah, but I think the other thing we've been doing together is watching Black Mirror.
Yes.
We finally got around to watching the last couple of episodes. We should
we've seen all the other seasons.
Should we just do like a quick recap of the 6 episodes and ranking, I suppose?
Yeah.
So, start with the best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Probably Joan is awful.
I really like that one too.
It's the only one that I was like, I don't want to watch that. That sounds like crap. And it was my favourite one.
Yeah. I'd say that's my favourite one. The next is probably the... What is it called?
I don't know.
My second favourite would be the one... She's an actress?
Spring Falls or something like that.
About the paparazzi
It's
people.
the paparazzi one.
Yeah. Next, probably Demon 79.
Yep.
Actually, I'd probably like that one second best.
I liked it. I didn't really like the way it ended.
I liked all of it.
Yeah. I still really hope, because they said it was a Red Mirror production, I really, really, really hope that was like a backdoor pilot for a non-technology-based one. Because it wasn't really a Black Mirror episode. It was, but it wasn't technology-based. It was all paranormal. There was no, your phone's your grandma or anything like that.
Yeah. What were the other ones? I know the one that...
Lock Henry.
What was that one?
The documentary
That one was
one.
really good, yeah. I like that one.
That one, it wasn't my favorite because there were some bits in it that I was like, Jesus, fucking Christ, just get past this.
Also, it was hard to understand what they were saying most of the time.
Especially the guy who ran the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that one.
There was a bit of like weird, I don't know what side it was coming from, but like woke politics, sort of like just little things sprinkled in there that I'm like, who is this for? But that stuff, I was like, let's just get past this to where I'm pretty sure this is going, and I was so right.
Yeah.
That one's really good. The worst one is Beyond the Sea.
We're missing one. That was 5.
Yeah, this is the
No,
6th.
sorry, 4.
Joan is Awful.
Demon 79.
The paparazzi one.
Yep, Lock Henry.
If we can't remember it, it can't have been that good. Sorry, it's only 5 episodes. It's season 6.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
We just had to double check.
Yeah. So yeah, Joan is Awful. Then, Maisie Day.
Maisie Day.
That's the paparazzi one.
Yeah.
I would say that be second best.
Yeah.
I'd say it's equal with Lock Henry.
Yeah.
Then Demon 79. I mean, honestly, Lock Henry, Maisie Day, and Demon 79 are pretty
I'd
much
say,
all equal.
yeah.
Joan is Awful is just like that little cut above. But Beyond the Sea was so fucking disappointing.
Yeah.
So,
It was the one we were most excited for, I think.
So, super quick recap of these 5 episodes. Joan is Awful. A woman finds out that a Streamberry show is being made almost in real time of her life.
It is great.
It's like peak kind of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Because it's like weird and wacky and it's funny-ish, but at the same time it is just still horrifying.
Yeah.
Lock Henry, a guy and his girlfriend go to are they English or Scottish? Yeah, Lock. Fucking obviously. Go back to his Scottish hometown to film a documentary and get latched onto the idea of actually making it about the serial killer that was in his town when he was a kid. And they uncover some uncomfortable truths.
Yep, there's always twists.
Yeah, Beyond the Sea, 2 astronauts who, in an alternate 1969, who use replicas, as they're called, like lifelike robots. To still be with their families and only go back because the spaceship has to go somewhere. And like some bad shit happens and like the fallout of that, of like being disconnected from the real world and whatever. Maisie Day, a young celebrity socialite, is just hounded by the paparazzi.
Yes.
But I didn't, no pun intended if you've seen the episode. And some shit happens, and that's all I'm going to say. It's basically just about how paparazzi are evil.
Yeah.
Like they are scum of the earth.
Literally.
Most of them. And Demon 79 is the one that's not really a Black Mirror thing. They say it's a Red Mirror production, which, as I said before, I'm hoping that this is... we're going to get more of this, because there's only so many tech-based episodes.
Yeah, they're kind of redoing some things. Yeah.
So, spoilers now for this stuff. Joan is Awful. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Quantum computer thing, and it's like not really Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
And she's Annie Murphy, and
just...
just...
Yeah.
Love
just
that.
Trippy, but good.
That's like what Black Mirror is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, lack of privacy and all that.
I just love when you first watching her watch the show, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It loses points for that horrible hairstyle.
Yeah, it's awful.
Lock Henry, I fucking called it that his dad.
Both his parents.
Yeah, but I knew that I clued onto the mum later.
Yeah.
I know we're doing full spoilers, but I still don't want to say it in case somebody listened. We'll talk about Beyond the Sea last, but Maisie Day, full spoilers, remember, you can't get mad, she's a werewolf.
Yeah.
It came out so far out of left field.
Did not expect
it's
it.
set up so well. Excellent.
Yep.
And Demon 79, no technology. It's a demon.
Yeah.
That's it. And
She has to kill people.
yeah, and she has to kill people, and fantastic.
She's fucked.
Yeah. And then the world ends because
Yeah.
she didn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, I'm like, finish what you started.
Nah, I like it.
But yeah, Beyond the Sea.
So disappointing.
My personal thoughts, You haven't said too much about it other than it was crap, but I personally feel like the other 4 episodes of this season were well done to varying degrees.
They were complete stories.
Yeah, they had a beginning, middle, and end. But Beyond the Sea, it's like if you came into the episode goes for an hour and 20. So it's kind of like if you came into, say, like a 2-hour movie at like the 15-minute mark and left at the hour and 40 mark, like right before the end of the movie. Or maybe came in at the 10-minute mark. Because it doesn't really start.
No.
It kind of does, and it gives you enough to go off of, which is fine.
Yeah, you sort of figure it out along the way, but...
And then it's like you're watching, like, the second half of the first act and all of the second act of a movie, and then it ends at the beginning of the third act.
Yeah.
So you don't get any resolution to the story.
We were kind of guessing the whole time where it was going to go, which
And
we do with a lot of stuff.
We were kind of right. Well, okay, one of them...
From our theories
full
from
spoilers.
when we started was not
Okay, but
not how it ended up.
I thought that Aaron Paul's character was going to go through the other guy's one to sleep with his wife because she was so horny that just a hand anywhere near her vagina was making her go, So I was like,
extreme.
clearly he's going to want to get some. But no, it was sort of the other way around because old mate has one of the worst things that could ever happen to you happen. His whole family is killed in front of him. And then it just sort of didn't get up off the ground.
Nothing really happened.
Like, it started to go down that way that we thought.
He could have done so much more. I think it would have been so much better, and it's maybe predictable, and maybe that's why they didn't go this way, but if he used the other guy's body to go back, if the cult people that killed his family didn't turn themselves in, and then he used that body to go and find them and kill them, so that now this guy, the replica that he's using, has to deal with being the one who people think murdered all the cult leaders.
That is a good idea. Predictable but good is better than surprising but bad.
That's true.
Or subversive and
I hope I
bad.
explained
Like
that
Game of
properly.
Thrones season 8 should, if you know what I'm talking about.
Did I explain that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had similar ideas.
Yeah.
How I thought it was going to go once his family gets murdered is that old mate was just going to go and try and live his life, but he can't kill him on board, but he was going to pretend that he was him.
Yeah, I thought
and then he was
going to
do
back.
that. Yeah. And then that didn't happen.
No.
Instead, he tries to fuck old mate's wife. She's faithful and not a hoe. She gets a little bit caught up in it because it is still the body of her husband. So it's a bit like, she said like she wanted her husband to be doing those things, and it's weird. But then she's like, no, you're not him. So then when Josh Hartnett's character is confronted with all this, of like drawing pictures of her naked and stuff, his solution is to be like, oh, I'll just go say sorry. And then when Aaron Paul's character's like, you're a fucking snake in the grass.
He goes so hard on this dude.
Yeah, but he tried to have sex with his wife.
But his whole family got murdered. Like, cut him a break.
They
Just
did.
let
They
him-
did.
just
They
let him-
did cut him a break, though. And then even when he hit his kid, he was like, kid need to be sorted out. He did something wrong and all that. He cut him a lot of slack.
Yeah.
But old mate's solution to being told he's a bad person is murdering the guy's family.
That was brutal.
And then the episode just ends. Like, there's no...
That was the only good scenes, is when he's banging on the door, calling for him to come back. And he eventually comes back, and then he goes and sees that his family's been killed.
But, like, why did he kill his family?
I don't know. And then the guy comes back, and he is just looking at him crying, like...
Yeah, and he kicks the chair out for him, and he's like...
the fucking table and strangled that motherfucker.
So...
But they can't, because they both have to do the...
So that's what happened.
And they still have, like, 4 years left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
Why... But Aaron Paul now has no reason to live. Like, the only reason
Neither
why...
of them do.
But the only reason why the other guy, Josh Hartnett, didn't kill himself is because he has the mission to complete and old mate still has like a wife and kids at home. So,
Yeah.
but now neither of them have any connection to Earth.
No.
If that was me, I would just hop out of the spaceship and die in
Same.
space because there's no reason. I don't care about anything else now. My family's dead. So what?
Exactly.
But we don't see that
And we don't
because
know-
they didn't write the episode to be finished.
And we don't know what they were doing.
Yeah,
Like
it's so pointless because it's like, oh, well, they need to be replicas on Earth. So how are we going to fit that in? Oh, they're on a spaceship and they're on target to something. That's all we get. It's
Yeah.
so... maybe there's real world... Like, if we knew more about history, maybe there's like a real world equivalent to this of like some mission that they were doing, but it's never named. Like, you'd think that they'd say the name of the project if that was what was going on.
I figured they were trying to find a new planet.
But
who knows?
none of it matters.
No.
Like, it's so pointless.
It was very
Because
disappointing.
if they had just made it that... Just so much better. Like, there's so many things
Yeah.
that they could do.
All our ideas were better than what happened.
Well, I didn't actually say, like, after he got killed, what I thought was going to happen was that he was going to say, oh, I can do this painting. But what he was actually going to do was going to go into town, let everyone see him, like, make a big song and dance of himself, so that cult came
Would
after
find
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they'd already been locked up because they turned themselves in.
Yeah,
so
why would they turn themselves
They were
in?
just purely there for the plot.
Yeah.
Like they were not characters. They were just plot elements, like contrivances. Like
I do not believe that people like that would turn themselves in
No.
either. That was strange.
yeah, it was so pointless.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, how can we have this guy be killed? Like to get the ball rolling. It was
Yeah.
pointless.
And then the whole time we thought the wife, what's her actress's name?
Kate Mara.
That she was sick in the show or something.
Yeah, we thought that there was
Like she
something wrong
had
with
cancer.
her, and that's why Aaron Paul's character didn't want her going out. But no,
Yeah.
he's just emotionally distant and introverted. Fair
Yeah.
enough, because old mate goes out all the time and it draws attention to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just emotionally distant
Mm-hmm.
because he grew up in like the 40s and 50s and 60s and stuff, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, we looked it up. She read a book that said that humans shouldn't eat meat or
Yeah.
animal products, so she's a vegan, and she's like, I've never been healthier. Something just crawled across, an ant just crawled across the lens.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it'll add to the horror. Yeah, so she looks horribly ill, and think of what you want of veganism, but I'm pretty sure that if hundreds of people, if not thousands, are like, oh my God, what happened to you? Like, you look sick.
Well, she looks like a skeleton with skin.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's a bit harsh, but yeah. But I'm just
Her
saying, like,
eyes are sunken
I
in.
just thought it was so funny that she said she's never felt better. And I'm like, you look like you're dying.
Literally.
Like, we thought there was something to do with the episode. Like that,
Yeah.
like we said, that was going to come back somehow.
Yeah.
But no, she just,
Especially because in the episode she like doesn't show any interest in her kid.
yeah.
Anyway, we've been talking forever.
Yeah. What's Chatty Chat Chat?
That's true.
So, yeah.
Sometimes we chatty chat chat too much.
Doot. Who had the biggest chode in the Black Mirror episodes?
Shouldn't we do like a horror?
What? Well, we were just talking about Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I was going to say
That might be confusing for people though, because if they don't
okay.
watch Black Mirror.
All right. We won't
This
do
isn't a Black
chode
Mirror
chat.
episode.
Fine, we won't do it. Well, I've gotten the chode started. We have to finish it off.
Okay. Chode horror movies.
Like bad ones.
Yeah. Jump scares.
The Nun and The Nun 2.
Yep.
Any movies like
Everything
that.
related.
They're chode movies.
So chode. Stop trying to make chode happen. It's never going to happen.
It already happened.
Yeah.
Chode is a thing. It's here to stay.
For us anyway.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Same.
I gotta get this shit washed off my face. Alrighty. find us on the socials. Mm-hmm. I couldn't be bothered doing an outro, can you?
No.
You'll find us if you look us up. Check out Patreon, Cash vs. Trash Patreon. We got commentary tracks and stuff up there. Check out the tiers. Yeah. And cool.
Cool.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you very much for listening and or watching.
Yep.
This has been the Chatty Chat Chat podcast horror movie time.
See ya.